Hi there, welcome to my channel. I live on the East Coast and it's pretty cold here. If this is your first time visiting me, I'd like to say welcome, and if you're a return viewer, welcome back with a whole bunch of thanks. If you like some of the stuff I talk about, please consider subscribing and clicking the like button. I apologize, it's been quite a few weeks since I've been around. As some of you may know, I am a cancer patient. I'm battling bone cancer, and I had a couple bad spells, but thank God things are much better now. Not out of the woods, but not worried about it. Anyways, I wanted to talk about loss. And we just finished up the Christmas season. Please stay with me, because I think that my opinion on suffering a loss may give you some comfort. I don't know. I hope so. And I thought about doing a video on loss because like I said, we just finished Christmas. Now, this year, a former coworker and friend that I worked with passed away suddenly, which was a shock. He was a young man. And, I thought about his family, that, there's going to be an empty seat at the dinner table. And, well, you know the drill. But what I wanted to say was, I get concerned because I heard I've heard in past days that some people that suffer a loss, they fear that they're going to forget about their loved one, and they don't want to forget about their loved one. And I guess they get this fear because after a while, the tears, they kind of slow down, and eventually they do stop. All right. And, so their fear, and I've heard, a few people tell me, I just don't want to forget about him, or I don't want to forget about her. So I want to just give you a comparison. It's not a very good one. It's the best one I can think of, though. But, trust me, you're never going to forget about your loss. Several years ago, I was using a razor knife, cut the tip of my thumb off. It was very painful, very bloody. Whenever I went to emergency to have sewn back on, having them sew it back on and numb it up was excruciating, and I was a little baby and, whiny, hurt and all that. All right. Now, today, do I feel that same pain? No. But I've never forgotten about my thumb, because like whenever I eat a sandwich or something, there's that big scar sticking out. Now, that may not be a very good comparison, but let me just tell you, in like manner, you may stop crying after a while, but you have a scar. Now, that scar could be anything from a favorite song that you hear, that you shared together, or it may be a portrait every now and then that you see, or maybe hear the same last name, and whatever. I can think of dozens of scars, okay? And when you see or hear these scars, well, yes, you're immediately taken back to your painful event. And, so I don't want you to equate when you stop crying with forgetting about your loved one. They say time heals all wounds, and that's kind of true. Like I said, the crying may slow down or eventually stop. But you'll see something, you'll hear a song that you both love together, or you'll see a picture, or just a memory pops up in your mind. That's the scar, and it reminds you of your loved one, and you can never forget them. I mean, I lost my grandbaby in 2009, and it was very hard. My daughter took it so hard, and I felt so bad for her at the funeral home and that. But after a few years, like I said, the tears kind of stop, but we don't forget about him. We can never forget about him. And so, like I said, there are scars that you carry that remind you of your painful wound, and when you see or hear that scar, it does take you back to that event. So please, this is a short video, but I wanted to do something because I've been away for a while. Like I said, I suffered a bad spell, and but I wanted to just share that with you because, like I said, I lost a friend, and I feel so bad for the family, the daughter, and it took us so hard. Oh my gosh, he was a great man. And if there is a fear that, oh my, I don't cry anymore, am I forgetting about him? No, just stop. You're not going to forget about him or her or even a pet. I mean, you can't, because all wounds, after a while, gives you a scar, and you can never forget them. So it's my prayer that you can get something out of this, out of my thoughts, and I pray you do. Okay. So, anyways, from feels like the North Pole here. So from here to you, take care of yourself, and may God bless you. And be kind to everybody, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.